Hey guys, this is Statton. Welcome to another Heart to Heart with Statton. Today I'm happy because today's my first day off I've had in a long time, because I've mentioned in my last Heart to Heart video I was working pretty much every single day, and now that has finally come to an end. I'm now working my normal days. I'll still probably pick up an extra day or two, but I'm gonna have days off again, which will give me more time to do things like this. But while I've been working, I've been talking with a lot of people, both online and where I work, and I'm starting to. I know there's something I've always noticed from the beginning, but it seems to be really getting worse and worse over time. I got people that used to tell me from the beginning that my videos were too long, and which is true. I used to make videos that were about an hour to 45 minutes long. So for a while there, and you'll notice this more in at the beginning of my first Little Nightmares games and so on, I tried to shrink my videos down to where they're 15 minutes long. But then when you got games like The Last of Us and everything, that's kind of hard to do. There are games that are so big and they have so much in them that if you try to trim them down too small, they'll come out seeming like you barely did anything in the game. You just took a few steps, collected a few things, and already the video's over. I've got 20 some videos right now of the first Last of Us game. 20, almost 30, I think. I'll have to double check. I think it's somewhere around 26 or 27, but each one of those videos ranges from 30 minutes to 45 minutes. And can you imagine how many? I mean, those videos would literally double in numbers if they were all 15 minutes. But the interesting question that comes to mind is that this is something I thought about more out of curiosity, because I can speak for myself, but I can't speak for anybody else. So I'm just curious if people don't have the time, or they just don't have what it takes anymore to sit down and watch lengthy YouTube videos or TikTok videos, then can they still sit down and watch TV shows? Can they all the way through? Can they still watch full-length movies all the way through, or do they struggle with that as well? I know that's a bad comparison in one sense, because I'm not deluded enough to believe that my videos are good enough to be compared to Hollywood shows and movies, because those were made to be entertaining. However, I like to believe I've one-upped them on one thing in today's day and age, and that is I don't push the woke agenda. I mean, that's just a fact right there. I know that this is probably going to step on some people's toes and everything, but the fact of the matter is Hollywood has gone out of its way to push a specific agenda that's not even hidden anymore. It's really, really in your face, and it takes away from the entertainment of movies and everything. And they want to show that they're inclusive. They want to show that they're woke. They're literally going out of their own way to do it. But I look at it and see it like the Reddit stories I sometimes listen to. Sometimes I'll listen to Reddit stories on YouTube where they talk about neckbeards and r/nice guys. And you got the r/nice guys who will go around talking about how we're the nice guys here, but we're always rejected. But then through their actions and everything, they show that they're not the nice guys that they say they are, because they'll treat women nice, but it's because they want to get something out of it. Something that is not quite so nice after all. They want to get with the woman. They want that woman to be their girlfriend and do things that I will not say here on this video, but the fact, then you got the neckbeards who claim that they're alpha males, but then they show how weak they truly are. This brings about an interesting question that's been asked over and over again. If you have to go around saying you're a nice guy, are you really a nice guy? And if you have to go around telling people you're an alpha male, are you really an alpha male? Shouldn't these things be so obvious that your very presence and how you act and how you treat people, shouldn't that speak for itself right there? If you have to tell people you're nice in order for them to know it, you can't be really that nice. And you have to go around telling people you're an alpha male, and in order for people to supposedly know you're an alpha male, then you can't really be that much of an alpha. Not that I'm a big believer in the whole alpha thing. We're supposed to be human beings here. But my point is if you have to go around telling people you're inclusive and do all this and that and everything and be very in your face about it to everybody to show you're inclusive, are you really inclusive? Shouldn't just simply treating everybody the same, regardless of what their race and gender is, shouldn't that be enough? Shouldn't it? Shouldn't we treat everyone the same? If you have to go out of your way to treat a different group or gender better than you would treat your own, are you really being inclusive then? If you're inclusive, it should come natural, and there's nothing more natural than treating everybody the same, with the same amount of respect, and just acknowledging that everybody here is human. They're human beings and should be treated like human beings. No need to push any agenda to prove that. Just treat each other with the same respect. It should be that simple. That's why I'm against the woke culture. I acknowledge I'll never be as popular on YouTube because I refuse to bow to the woke culture and the cancel culture and everything. So that's probably going to be the one thing that kills it for me. That and my weird humor, but that's beside the point. I can just visualize what things are going to be like in the future. Suddenly it's going to affect YouTube to the point where someone's going to walk up to me. It's going to be like, you have a great YouTube channel. It's very entertaining, very good, and I like your humor, but I think there ought to be a few changes, or at least one change. What change would that be? Well, we should change how Statton looks. What do you mean? Are you talking about because he's in his underwear all the time? Because he's half naked? Because that's what makes Statton Statton, you know? He just wouldn't be Statton if he wore clothes. No, that's okay. It's just, well, doesn't he look like he's leaning a little more on the, privilege side? What? Well, because, are you saying because he's white? Now that you mention it, if you changed him up a little bit, you might be more, inclusive? Yeah, I'm not gonna do that. I don't treat anybody different, but I shouldn't have to change Statton to prove that, that I don't value one group over the other. I treat everyone the same. Yeah, but I mean, it wouldn't hurt to show. Get out of here. Get out! We'll be back. Anyways, the point is none of us should have to be woke to be considered inclusive. None of us should have to literally signal to everybody like a beacon that, hey, look at us. Look how inclusive we are. Because we shouldn't have to go that far just to prove we're not racist and not bigots and not sexist by any means. Simply just treating everybody the same. That ought to be enough. Really, seriously, it ought to be enough. If people would realize that, do you realize how much happier everyone would be? This fits. It's weird. It's strange because my very first heart-to-heart video was titled Disagreements, and I said in the video that there is a difference between disagreeing and hating. Disagreeing with someone does not make you a hater. It's okay if people disagree with you. It doesn't mean that they hate you. But it seems like ever since I made that video, things have gotten worse. We've gotten from just simply being called haters because we disagree with people to we need to have a hive mind, and if our mind is even the least bit out of line from the woke culture, well, we're racist, we're bigots, we need to apologize, we're just evil. No, not at all. And I'm not denying that things like racism is a thing. It is a thing. But you don't have to be woke to not be a racist. You want to show you're not a racist, just simply treat everybody as human beings. Treat them all equally. You don't need to go out of your way to do all this signaling, to go around telling people, oh, I do this, I do that for this group and that group. No, don't need to. The best way to treat everyone like human beings is to see them as human beings and not as their groups. By looking at them as one group and another group and another group, you're separating them. And that right there is the opposite of what you're going for. Maybe the woke people actually believe they're not being racist. Maybe they actually believe that they're being inclusive. But if all they're doing is going out of their own way, labeling people as groups and everything, and then saying, well, we treat them all the same. If you treat them all the same, there's no reason to put them in groups. Just treat them like they're human beings. It is that simple. Well, anyways, got a little off topic there. The thing is, this heart-to-heart video is kind of the beginning of somewhat of a change. The last couple of heart-to-heart videos I made were really, or not couple, but few heart-to-heart videos were really me doing things, talking about things that I never thought I would talk about. And I kind of treated it like a pool, kind of like when you are, like how there are those that don't like cold water, but they want to step into the pool, so they slowly creep into the pool through the stairs of the shallow end of the pool. They're slowly going in because I felt like it would be best to just ease into these subjects. Well, I eased a little way in, but today I felt inspired to just say, the heck with it, so cannonball! And I just cannonballed right into the deep end, and I'm gonna see where this takes me. Not every heart-to-heart video is going to have these sort of subjects. Some of them are going to have subjects like the old subjects. It's going to be a mixed bag. It's going to be a mixed bag of the old subjects with these newer subjects, and with subjects like critiquing movies and stuff, and just me telling funny stories. So there's going to be the heart-to-heart video is going to be a mixed bag. Not every subject's going to be meant for everybody, but I do hope that every subject I post appeals to some person in some way, shape, or form. Whether if it's entertaining, or if it's helpful, helps give them an understanding of things that they didn't understand before. The point is none of these videos are meant to be offensive, though we're living in a world now where being offensive is almost unavoidable, because we're reaching a point where people are getting offended at a literal drop of a hat. I know that sounds like an exaggeration, but with some of the things I've seen, oh boy. But that's why we all need to toughen up. We need to get thicker skin. We need to recognize when there are things that we should be offended about. There are some things, but that doesn't mean we should be offended at every little thing, because all we're doing is making ourselves weaker. We're making ourselves more sensitive, and then down the line, even tinier things will start to offend us. What then? What then? What are we allowed to talk about later on? What can we possibly say that won't offend anyone? It will be an impossibility. In fact, we're almost near that impossibility. I don't believe we've reached the point of no return. If I believed that, I wouldn't be making this video right now. Anyways, that's the video for today. My name is Statton. Like, share, and subscribe. And you all have yourselves a wonderful day. And remember, you are not alone.